honey, and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, last video I did do on styles. This video I said I was going to do on makeup products and some recommendations. If you are new and you didn't check out my last video, make sure to go watch that. Also, I did mention that I am a makeup beginner. I did do my makeup today. I mostly focus on natural beats. This video I'm just going to give you guys a bunch of products that worked really well for me, so you won't go wasting money on products that's not really good or not going to give you the type of look that you're going for. So we're going to just jump right into the video. The first thing I want to get into is makeup brushes. I would highly recommend E.l.f. and I would actually recommend this box. I'm not sure if you guys can see it pretty well, but I'm definitely going to add everything to the description box. This is a box of brushes. It has over 10 brushes in here. On the back, that's why I am showing the back, it has each brush label, and it actually has a short little description on what the brush is used for. So this will definitely help a lot, because certain products, well, you have to use certain brushes for certain products in order for it to blend well. And I definitely had a hard time with blended certain products because I wasn't using the correct brushes. So this is a very, very good investment if you are a makeup beginner and you're not sure which brushes work for, you know, what products as of yet. Okay, so then we're going to jump right into foundation. The first foundation that I used to use was Anastasia. I did get this from Sephora. You can get this from any makeup store. If you're my shade, I do have shade 480C, and I actually had got shaded by one of, you know, the technicians, I guess you want to say, at the Sephora or whatever. But this shade works very well for me. Like I said, I am into only natural beats, so this gives a really light, though this is a really light foundation. I'm more of a full coverage type of girl, so it's okay, but it wasn't giving me the type of look that I honestly wanted. One of my newer foundations that I use is E.l.f. Makiage. I just got this, and I actually took their test. The test actually, you know, gave me my shade. It was online. It was pretty quick and easy, and this shade actually worked really good for me. The shade I have is 215. It's a little darker than my actual complexion, but that's okay, because if you know anything about makeup, you do know having a little tad shade bit of foundation that's darker than your actual complexion is okay, because you're going to brighten your face up with concealer and everything as well. If you're more on a budget, I honestly don't know the prices of none of these things, because I did buy it in a bunch, so I bought a lot of products at once, so I really don't know the prices of any of these. But I think this was kind of expensive, because I kind of bought this and some concealer together, and I think it came out to like $74 if I'm not mistaken. But if you're on a budget and you want to start, you know, small because you are a beginner, I did have some foundation that I had got from Maybelline, and I got this from Walgreens, so I'm pretty sure it couldn't have been that expensive. The shade that I have is, what shade is this? 355 Coconut, and this is dewy. I do love a dewy look. I am more of a dry skin type of person, but even if I had oily skin, I still would like a dewy look. I do not like matte, but if you do like matte, then make sure your foundation says matte on there and not dewy. The foundation that I am wearing today, it is the Nars, and the shade I have in this is Macao. They actually gave me this shade as well, and this came out perfect. It is a perfect match. I did an online test as well with this one. They just had me put in my foundation that I have at home. It had a list of different brands, and then, you know, I had picked Anastasia because at the time this is the only one that I had. And I had put the number that I had, which is 480C, and then they showed me the match, and as you can see, it matched up really, really well. So if you're an online type of person and you prefer to do online, I would recommend, you know, doing something like that if you already have some products, well, foundation, or do the E.l.f. Makiage test, because like I said, I did do that test online as well. Okay, so next I'm going to go into the NYX concealer palette that I have. It's kind of small. I use this actually to sculpt my eyebrows. This is really well for eyebrow sculpting, because with wet concealer, it is hard to guide it without messing up, and by this being dry, it actually guides very, very well, and you have a less likely to mess your eyebrows up with this. So and I actually use this palette to contour my nose as well with a dark one. I have a few shades on there, so even if you're a bit lighter than me or a bit darker than me, you can still possibly do this. You can possibly still do this palette. but that's what I mostly use this palette for. It is really well. Also, I have Juvas Place. This is eyeshadow palette, I want to say, but I'm not really into eyeshadow, but I definitely use this for I use this for my bronzer. Actually, I did learn in makeup and watching other tutorials. I see that people pretty much use whatever products. There's no rules to makeup. People use our products for almost anything that they want to use it for. So I use a few of these shades. Some of them are glitter shades, so of course you can't use that for bronzer. You have to use those for eyeshadow only, but it actually does last for a really, really long time if you do use it for bronzer. It does not come off. So if you want to use it for bronzer, I would say even if you don't get this palette particularly, you can definitely get one of their palettes and use it for bronzer for sure. And then I want to get into powder. So for the face powder is really, really important. Now I had bought some Wet n Wild powder, so if you see that powder anywhere in Walgreens or Family Dollar or Walmart, stay away from it, because every time I would get into a light or have a flash on, it would flash back and have me looking like ash spots in my face, and you don't want that. So I use the Banana Deep from Revolution, and you can get this from online or you can get this from Sephora or whatever makeup store you typically shop at. This works really good. I would say if you are my complexion or even a little bit lighter, this works best for you. If you are super like a high yellow complexion, I wouldn't necessarily recommend. I would definitely say consult with a makeup agent or a makeup artist before buying it, because like I said, I am a beginner. I can only tell you what works for me. So if you're my complexion, for sure this, wow, okay, I'm not picking it up, but for sure that one, okay, this one definitely works. So yeah, make sure y'all invest in this. Get some, and even if you don't invest in this, get some really good powder, because you don't want to be looking white. Like, some powder is really hard to blend, and like I said, you know, it's gonna definitely have you looking ashy once you have that flash on. So when y'all do y'all makeup, make sure y'all do a flash test. Now, I'm not going in no specific order. I'm just grabbing products. So this is some primer. Like I said, I have dry skin, so this primer works really good for me. This is from NYX, and this is Hydro Touch. It comes in a blue bottle. I'm definitely going to add all of the products in the description box just in case. I know you probably can't see these products pretty good because I am kind of far back, but this works really good. It definitely keeps my skin hydrated under the makeup. And primer is another thing that's very, very important. Like, you don't want to be cheap with your primer. You don't want to be cheap with your powder. It's other things that you can be cheap with, but these two things you don't want to be cheap about. So yeah. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to go into, is going to be eyebrows. So I know this is not called a brow dip, but that's what I personally call it. This works very, very good. I got this from Milano. If you can kind of see this shade, and this actually came from like a Walmart or a Walgreens. They kind of sell the same product, so I don't remember exact which store I got it from, but yeah. And the shade on here, honestly, I don't know, but because it's not on here anymore, and this is not even the right top to it. This is another makeup top that I done put on here. But anyways, if you can kind of see down here, like it's like a dark brown, but make sure when you are getting, like, if you do prefer to use brow dip, and that's what I did on my eyebrows today, if you guys can see that. If you do prefer to use this, make sure you get a shade that that's gonna look good on your complexion, because originally I had bought some brow dip, and whatever shade I had, it was like a coffee looking brown, and it looked great on my skin. So make sure, even with eyebrow pencils, make sure you really pay attention to what shade you get. Now with eyebrow pencils, I'm definitely going to recommend Anastasia. This works very, very good, and it literally just go across your skin very well. Like, I really liked this pencil before I started using the brow dip. I still use this pencil sometimes, but not as much. But it really is all about what you prefer, what's your preference. So if you prefer eyebrow pencil, I definitely would recommend this one. And the shade for this one I got was Ebony. And again, this came from like a Sephora or something. I think this was like $17, and I definitely did buy this by itself, so I kind of remember the price for this one. If you wear strips, I would definitely recommend this lash glue. Some lash glues are not as good as others. Some of them have your eyes burning. Some of them irritates your eyes in general, period. And this good, I always fuck them up, but this glue, it actually dries really, really fast, and it doesn't irritate your eyes. Like I was saying, most lash glues irritate my eyes. I'm not sure if I have sensitive eyes or whatever the case is, but this glue, I don't have no problem on it. So if you guys can't see this, which you probably can't, I'm going to definitely add all of the names at the end of the video in the description box, so make sure you check that out. Now I'm going to get to bronzers. I already gave you guys the Juvas Place palette. Some more bronzers. I would highly recommend Black Radiance. This is Brick House 8315. Not sure if those numbers matter, but I really love this. This is like a burgundy bronzer. I am wearing this now. This is like my top favorite bronzer right now. And then some more bronzers I have are from MAC. These are really, really old, so I don't have the names on the back of these, but this is another burgundy one. Sometimes I actually put, it's like a burnt orange burgundy looking. Sometimes I apply this one first and then apply this one on top, just so it won't look too reddish. It's kind of broke, y'all. Bear with me. I bought this shit like in 2016 when I first started practicing my makeup. So this is like real old. I don't even buy MAC products no more, honestly. But I did start using these bronzers, and they really do work good. Another one is like just a regular brown one, but I did use both of these. I pretty much got the same effect. It definitely lasts long, and it's definitely noticeable, because I did try some other bronzers that was not noticeable, and I didn't end up liking it. Now for eyeliner, I recommend this one. I got this from Maybelline. Well, this is from Maybelline, but I got it from like a Walgreens or something. I would definitely recommend one that's like a wet, like almost like marker-ish, I want to say, because it's very easier to guide and less likely to mess up to where you're putting too much on, because eyeliner is really, really hard. Like, I'm not even good with putting eyeliner on the top lid. I'm only good with putting it on the bottom lid, so that's the only way I use it right now. But I would definitely recommend like the marker type, I want to say. It definitely is like a liquid liner. So liquid liner is way more easier, because like I said, it's way easier to guide. You don't have to put too much pressure into it. It kind of just, you know, go across your eyes seamlessly. So definitely, I would definitely recommend a liquid one. I would not recommend those pencil ones unless you really know what you're doing. But like I said, everything, you know, different products work for different people. So just go by your best judgment. Now, I get this eyebrow pencil from a beauty supply store. I actually use this to lip line my lips. You could really use the eyebrow pencil. You can use actual lip liners. I haven't really tried any lip liners, honestly, so I just been using this. This works really good for me. So it actually don't have a top to it anymore, but I use this almost every time I lip line my lips. So definitely, you can definitely go to my camera keep down, but anyways, I'm trying to get through this video. This is like I said, I just use this for my lip liner, a regular eyebrow pencil from the beauty supply store. Okay, so for concealers, I would definitely recommend getting more than one shade concealer if you are a beginner, because it looks very good when you mix shades. Today I did use all three of these on my face. You probably can't see that well because it's not that close up, like I said, but I use Juvas Place. I had used number 11. I don't know if they discontinued this shade, because I think they either discontinued number 11 or number 10. But it's like a golden undertone. I would say that you need to definitely know your undertones when you start doing makeup for the concealers, because your undertone is very important, so that way you can make sure you have a concealer that complements your skin tone very well. This is how it looks open. I'm not sure if you guys can see this really good, but it's like a golden undertone, brown bronze type of color. Another one is E.l.f. Makiage. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but I took the test for the foundation and the concealer. Both came out perfect. The concealer is also like a golden undertone, which I didn't know until it came, which was perfect, because I really love like the goldish looking undertone color concealers. They are very, very pretty up on my skin tone. As you can see, I have like a bronze type of brown skin tone, so it works really well for me. Another concealer, this is more like a lighter brown one. Also, this shade for this one is it say 14.5 at the bottom. So yeah, that'll be the number shade for the Il Makiage one. This one is Fit Me. This one is more of a lighter shade. I don't use this as much on my face because it is light. I don't want to have that ash look, but I definitely do use it, and it definitely I use it mostly like under my eyes. It bright up like right where my bag's at. It's really well for that part of my eyes. This is Fit Me number 35. So yeah, and this is by Maybelline. I got this from like Walgreens. I got this from Sephora, one of them stores. Il Makiage, I got this from online. Like I said, you take the test. It's pretty easy, and they give you the perfect shades that match you. Another concealer, I use this for a contour. This is Nars. I'm kind of iffy about this. It's the stick can. Like you can tell, it's a really small, skinny stick. This is for when I'm contouring my face, as far as like under my cheekbones or whatever. I want to try. Honestly, this works really good. Don't get me wrong. This is Nars. I use this for my contouring. It is Radiant Creamy Concealer. I'm not sure if that's the name of it. Oh, it says Dark Coffee, Dark 3. It works good. It shows. It lasts long. All of that. But honestly, I would want to try the ones that's more like a thicker stick, not like actually like this, but like the ones that you like twist up and you can put on your cheek and just rub it, because it make a thicker line. Like it's more thicker, instead of when I use this, I literally have to like make the line thicker because it's so thin, and I want it to be noticeable. At first I wasn't doing that, and it literally looked like I didn't even contour my face. Like it was just look like all foundation. Like, so I like it. It's good, but it's like, you know, you have to overly put lines to thicken it out just to make it more noticeable, like you would want it to use, when you can just buy a product that's already thick and you can just, you know, rub it one time and it's really good. But it definitely works good for the nose, because your nose lines, you want it to be small. But I use this more for the nose now, to contour my nose, this NYX palette. So yeah, whatever floats your boat. Also for if you use sponges for blending, I am a sponge person. I don't really use my brushes as much for blending like I do, but I mostly use sponges. Please do not be cheap with your sponges. Invest in beauty blenders. They like $20, but I promise you they are a really good investment. Like the cheap sponges from like Walgreens or whatever, they work, but sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And I had to learn the hard way, because sometimes when I would use it, they wouldn't blend as good, and then when I walk outside, I have like white patches in my face. So for sure, make sure y'all get y'all some beauty blenders. Like they are expensive, but it's really worth it. Okay, so I'm trying to hurry up, wrap this video up because my camera keep going dead, as y'all can see. So we're going to get to setting spray. Like I said, I am a makeup beginner. I don't really know that much, but for the NYX setting spray, this works really good for me. It's NYX Dewy Finish. As you can see, it's a black and white bottle. I got this from like Sephora or Ulta. I don't remember which one I got it from. Those are the two makeup stores I normally shop at if it's not online. But this setting spray works really good. After I sprayed on my face, my makeup lasts literally all day. Like, I can't give an exact amount of hours, but it definitely lasts all day. Okay, so those are all of my main products. I am finally done with this video. If y'all really knew how long it just took me to make this video, I'm telling y'all, like, I am so over it. But anyways, I'm finally done. If you have any questions about any makeup products, where did I get them from, about how much I spent, I could probably give you guys an assumption. Like I said, I do buy my makeup products in bunches, so I really don't know the exact price for each product. Make sure y'all like, share, and comment. If you are a makeup artist and I mentioned some good products, let me know. If it's some products that you prefer over the ones that I recommended, let me know as well, because like I said, I am a beginner. Help me help you. Like, let's help each other, because I'm definitely like, I'm addicted to bad makeup. So I'm open to buying new products if you guys have better ones than the ones that I suggested. If you do end up, you know, taking the recommendations that I provided and you get these products, let me know how they work for you. Let me know if Fanio Shade works good for you. If you haven't got any foundation, like I said, Il Makiage test that they have definitely works. So make sure y'all try that out. And like I said, I did get the foundation and the concealer. Make sure y'all subscribe to my video. Make sure y'all like, share, and comment. Let me know how good I did. Also, if you haven't checked out my last video, make sure you go back to that. It is not about makeup. That one is specifically about styling. I'm styling some pieces from my collection. I am an owner of a boutique. Make sure y'all check that video out because all the information is there. And we're finally done here. Make sure y'all have a good night. It is 2 a.m. right now where I'm filming. So yeah, I'm finna go to bed. I'm finna wipe this makeup off my face and go to sleep. So good night, guys.